Good morning, good day. Stay calm, stay calm. We made it. Do you hear that music? That heavenly soundtrack. Do you see this blur? It's beautiful out here. We're in paradise. Take a look around. Just immerse yourself in the background, the glory of this moment, because we've made it. We've made it all the way. Yep, your mind doesn't deceive you. It's exactly what you think. Sometime this morning, early this morning, an apocalypse happened. We're all gone now. We're in heaven. This is amazing. While I was in heaven this morning, I was working on a really interesting Bedrock beta with, like, these new goat horn instrument things. It's wild. You'll have to see it tomorrow. But then suddenly, I realized I'm not looking at the beta changelog. I'm actually looking at Minecraft Snapshot 22W11A. Kings, Queens, Monarchs, we've made it. Minecraft 1.19 Snapshot season is officially here. You know what we're going to do to the latest Snapshot today. Yes, that's right. If you enjoy and are hyped for this new era, leave a like on this video. If you're new here, hello, it's me, your boy. I make videos like this all the time. You're gonna want to subscribe. No pun intended. This season, it is quite literally going to be a wild ride. Let's go. The first Minecraft 1.19 Snapshot, 22W11A. Fun fact, 11 is half of 22. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. What's new in the snapshot? Well, we've got a lot. There's so much new inside of the snapshot. We have the entire mangrove wood family here. This stuff is absolutely amazing. We're going to check that out. We have some mangrove tree hints, kind of in a way. Some interesting mechanics there, though. We have mud, we have skulk, we have frogs, we have tadpoles. It's all here. It's all here, right? Of course, right? Right? King B-Dogs, right? Let's start with the frog, our good old friend of the frog. The frog was added to the Bedrock betas a long time ago at this point. Now, when the frog was first added to the Bedrock betas, you bred the thing with seagrass. That was my first thinking, is this an early version of the frog? So I grabbed seagrass and found out that no. This is not an early version of the frog at all. This frog is highly advanced. Right off the bat, inside of Java Edition with these frogs, we're going to breed these things with slime balls. So I gave these two frogs slime balls. Romantically, they look at each other, move towards each other. Then that happens. We get a little bit of experience. And then I think this one is trying to find water. But to be fair, they're not exactly like the smartest creatures known to humankind. It's having some trouble. But it'll get there. It'll get there. By the way, I'm excited today. If I sound excited, it's because I'm excited. I've been waiting for this moment for like a year now. Alright, but anyways, it kind of made an attempt and made it to water. It didn't go into the water, but it like made it to the water. Then it lays the frog eggs. We give these frog eggs a little bit of time, and then eventually, poof, a frog egg is gone and a tadpole is inside of the water. Now, the tadpole growing up mechanic works exactly the same. If you've been following the Bedrock betas, then basically the tadpole takes a while to grow up. Once it grows up, you're gonna get a frog with a color. The color of the frog depends on the biome. More specifically, the temperature of the biome. So I'm in the plains biome, I get the orange frog right now. I'm in the forest biome, orange frog as well. How about the meadow biome? Unlike me today, the meadow biome is certainly chilled out, right? Yes, right. The green frogs exist inside of the meadow. Then if we move into a warm biome, like, let's say the nether, realistically this could never happen, but white frog. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited about this stuff today. So next up, let's talk a little bit about Froglight. Froglight works exactly the same as it did in the betas. If we have small magma cube right there, the frog looks at the magma cube, and actually on Java, look at this thing. This thing is way smaller than the magma cube, but anyways, doesn't matter. It eats it, and then you get Froglight. And then the Froglight block is way bigger than the small magma cube. Logically, how does something like this work? Well, I'm no scientist. I have no clue at all, but that's the mechanic. That's how you get Froglight. I've done a little bit of experimenting on Bedrock Edition, came up with a farm idea, a couple different ideas, but really excited to have these on my maiden version. I'm going to test it, and I'm going to mess with this stuff more. Now, play sound. Kind of squishy sounding, right? And then frog-like colors. We have 3 colors. Each corresponds to a frog. Green is green. White is pearlescent moon. And then the yellow frog, the orange frog, is the yellow frog-like. This block is a rotational block, which means it has different textures. And when you place it, depending on where you're looking, it's going to rotate, you know. So top texture, side texture. Place it on the side. The top texture is on the side texture is on the top. I realize I'm kind of going through this stuff a little bit quick. Sorry about that. It's just none of this stuff is really new. As far as I can tell, this all works exactly the same as it has in the betas for months now. Now, when it comes to light level, we're looking at a light level that is equal to the sea lantern, equal to glowstone right there. It's a very bright block, and it's a nice looking block. I think this is going to be great for like themed builds. If you're setting up some kind of like mystical thing, this might be the way to go. Like, that's really good looking. Or, of course, the yellow one, that's probably my favorite one. And then the green one as well. The green one exists, indeed. Just like with everything else inside of the snapshot that we'll be taking a look at today, I'm going to be testing this stuff more. However, if there's something specifically you'd like to see another video on, definitely request it down in the comments below, and maybe I'll make it. Let's talk about mangrove wood. Sweet, sweet mangrove wood. They've done it. When this stuff was first shown off in Minecraft Live, it was kind of like Junglewood 2.0. Talked about that a little bit over here on the channel. Now, look at this stuff. This is not Junglewood 2.0. This is red. We're looking at a red wood color. Compared to oak, here's the tone difference right here. Like I said, red. This thing is going to be so nice. This is like literally the best reality. I don't even know if any of this is real. Like, this is so nice. That's going to be great for building. In terms of a log texture, we're looking at something that kind of, to me, is like a cross between maybe like dark oak, it's kind of dried out looking, and Junglewood, of course, with that busy texture. If we place it down like this, we're going to get the texture going long ways. If we, of course, turn it, you know, the texture turns. This log is literally, and the wood type for that matter, the same as every other type of wood in the game when it comes to functionality. Like staircases, slabs, everything like that, it's the same. The door, you're probably wondering about that. It's a good looking door. This is like a mansion. You have some pure luxury house. Like the house of a Minecraft YouTuber or something. You have these luxurious doors on there. Look at that. That's a nice looking door. And it also is kind of like mystical looking as well. Imagine this in like a jungle village or something. Ah, that would look so good. Door is great. The trap door is maybe, honestly, even better. Check this thing out. We place the trap door down. It actually has a circle hole in the trap door. Circles exist in Minecraft. They always have. Look at this thing. That's a circle trap door that you can see like right through. It's amazing looking. Now, one small problem that I did find with this thing is when it connects to a fence, a little strange looking right there, for sure. But this is a trap door with a circle in it. There's a circle inside of the trap door. Guys, this is a big deal. Let's talk about stripping the wood. Strip the wood and you get that tone right there. Very, very alive looking. I feel like it's weird to say, but like it looks like you, like, I don't know if you've ever like taken your stomach and like literally physically opened your stomach. That's kind of what it looks like. Maybe not. Niche situation. That's fine. That's fine. Let's compare it to some other red or purple things in the game. My first thought was compare this stuff to this right here. It's actually shockingly different when put on the side by side. It's a lot more similar to this right here, which is red terracotta, red nether bricks. No. Way too red. If we take a look at the stripped log right there, it's a little bit more purpley. In my opinion, if we're setting up a subpar gradient, I would put this right here in between the wood and the terracotta. So that's all great and all, but maybe the biggest new occasion that can finally take place, all because of this snapshot, is this right here. Villager, get into the boat. We can now officially put villagers inside of mangrove boats and take them wherever we want. Mangrove boats are definitely real. Perhaps just maybe some would even call this the Dodge Charger of Minecraft boats. I don't know. That's pretty cool. But I think that's going to do it for mangrove wood today. Definitely excited to build with this stuff, mess with some combinations. I'm thinking quartz is going to be amazing. Definitely stone for sure. Oh, deep slate. Sweet, sweet deep slate. Oh my gosh, I love my life. So check this out. They've finally done it. A brand new type of tree and a brand new type of tree. Alright, so before we get mad at like King of B-Dogs again or anything like that, the mangrove tree is coming soon according to the changelog. It's not here quite yet. However, we do have a really interesting functionality. So, first things first, this is the propagule. This is going to be the sapling for the mangrove tree, basically. Pretty interesting looking. It can definitely go inside of a pot. That's how it looks inside of a pot. It's nice. Kind of looks like bamboo. At Minecraft Live, it was shown off being grown inside of water. Can it grow inside of water? Definitely. Not on sand, though. But the interesting mechanics. So check this out. We have a mangrove leaf block right there. That's brand new. If we use the bone meal on it, the propagule actually starts growing. You see that right there. Now that's going to be stage 1. If we go ahead and do that again, that's stage 2, stage 3, and then finally, stage number 4. Stage number 4? I don't know. Well, anyways, we have a leaf that looks like that and a propagule that looks like that. In survival, if we go ahead and just punch this thing now, the propagule falls down to the ground, and then I could take this propagule, plant it somewhere, bone meal it, and grow it into an oak tree. Check this out. If I bone meal the side of the thing, it's on the bottom. The propagule will always be on the bottom. Once a propagule has grown, I can't bone meal the leaf anymore. I'm going to need to bone meal the propagule, and then if I break the propagule too soon, like let's say right now, I get nothing. Now let's go ahead and test something out right here. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Game rule, random tick speed, 3000. Very fast. Oh. It grows up on its own. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Makes sense. Being something of a farmer myself, my first thought here is collect all the mangrove leaves and then set up some kind of like big farm for these things, something like this maybe. Then you could run back and forth underneath this thing, collect all of the propagules, and then go over to your tree farm and grow the trees. And then eventually you end up with tons and tons of mangrove wood. It's going to be pretty cool. Definitely can't wait to see what happens with the mangrove trees, but unfortunately that's basically it for them. Well, actually, not exactly. There is one more component to the mangrove tree that's in the snapshot. Doesn't really do anything right now. Kind of an interesting place sound. This thing is called mangrove roots, and there's a muddy version of it as well. Mangrove roots can basically be like mud logged essentially, and then waterlogging. Waterlogging works as well. Mangrove roots can be waterlogged. So this is obviously going to be the root block of the mangrove trees. This is a pretty interesting looking block, kind of transparent. You can see through it there. That actually might potentially be really, really useful for like a window of like some kind of rundown building, or just a building that's breaking down. Thinking like a top tier builder here, check this out. We have a wall right here. It's a nice looking wall made out of spruce wood. Swap that in there. You see it's like wood kind of deteriorating right there. That on a bigger scale, oh, that's gonna look so cool. In survival, how do we get this thing? If I break it with my hand, I get it. Kind of interesting. In my opinion, you would think silk touch, but no, just break it with your hand. Muddy roots exist, which means mud. It must exist as well, right? Well, yes, right? Definitely. One thing that doesn't seem to exist is the whole mud draining to clay thing. This has been running the entire time I've been working on the video, setting up this world, and nothing has changed at all. The cauldron is there, that's there, so that doesn't work quite yet. But positivity, mud. Mud is definitely real. So check this out. Dirt block right there, water bottle on the dirt, mud. That's how you make it. Now, to mine mud, you could use your hand. Mines pretty quickly. Or you could use a shovel, and it mines like almost instantly. The ideal way is going to be obviously with a shovel, put efficiency 5 on it, and you're insta-mining. So, mud creation farm. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like a concrete farm, like where you actually have to, you know, place the block in the world. Might be a little bit tedious, but not that bad. You could also, alternatively, just find a mangrove swamp biome and destroy it completely. That is probably what I'll do. Let's say I end up with a bunch of mud though, and then I go over to the crafting table with the mud. What do I do with it? Well, in the crafting table, in a 2x2 square, we get nothing. In this big square, we also get nothing. Well, that's strange, but fine. Maybe it's the furnace. We'll slide over to a furnace that has coal inside of it, ready to go, and nothing. So there's a bug inside of this snapshot. You're supposed to be able to use mud to craft packed mud, which is used to craft this stuff right there. But there's a bug with the recipe. Doesn't seem to work. Let's take a look at this brand new interesting block, though. So we have this on the ground right here. If I go ahead and walk on the mud, I sink down a little bit, so it's like soul sand, but I'm not slowed down. So check this out. Watch close. You see it's like a very slight bump up. You can check in here, that Y coordinate right there. But like I mentioned, you can still move around on it fully without being slowed down. Now, how about packed mud? Is it like that? Well, check this out. No, it's a solid block. Once its full functionality is added to the game with the whole clay thing, if that's still a thing, this is going to be really interesting stuff to mess with. Right off the top of my head, I'm wondering like maybe mob farms, creeper farms. Can we make a floor out of mud? Is that going to work? I'm not too sure. Don't have time to test it today. There's a lot here, but interesting. Definitely excited to mess with this more. Let's move on though. So packed mud. Somehow eventually I get packed mud. First the stone cutter, take the packed mud there. You get nothing. It doesn't go inside of the stone cutter. However, go to the crafting table, do that, and then we end up with this, mud bricks. Now if we take these mud bricks to the stone cutter, we get the variants right here. We have the stair, we have the slab, we have the wall. Let's talk a little bit about picking this thing up with your hand. It mines actually relatively quickly there. Like that's not the worst thing in the world. However, with a pickaxe, it mines faster. The pickaxe is the way to go. Listen to this place sound. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like oddly satisfying. The slab, prepare to be disappointed because slab noise, so there's a bug there. But the staircase definitely works like that. And then the wall, same thing. Building with this stuff, just like mangrove wood, a topic that I'm probably going to work on covering in like a different video, spend a little bit more time, but look at this thing. This is a really, really good looking brick. This is going to be amazing. Imagine using this in like a desert setting or something. Maybe pair it with the terracotta. Maybe even just pair it with itself this time. I mean, look at how nice looking this stuff is. This is like the brick tone, the brick texture that this game has been severely lacking. Also, really happy to see that it comes with a whole family too, like staircases, slabs, and walls. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so far we've taken a look at a lot of things in the snapshot. Really cool. We have frogs, we have the wood type, we have mud, you know, all of that stuff. Let's talk about the Deep Dark and Skulk a little bit. So, about a month ago now, there was an experimental snapshot with the Deep Dark and Skulk stuff. As far as I can tell, the Skulk stuff is basically the same inside of the snapshot. Like, you mine the stuff with the hoe block, that's the fastest. Silk touch it if you want the stuff. This whole catalyst thing, if we take the cow out, the experience, you know. We'll just try it again. It's too quick for me to take the cow out, the Skulk spreads. Yeah, all of these things are, like, basically the same. Except, unfortunately, the Shriekers. So, Shrieker right there in survival. You're thinking I'm a madman right now jumping on this. What's happening? Nothing is happening. The Warden is not here. I don't know why. So, no Warden. You're going to have to go back to the experimental snapshot if you want to mess with that. I'm assuming that they're maybe just working on it more or something like that. Let's go ahead and locate Biome Deep Dark and see if that has changed at all. Aw, man. Big sad I couldn't find it anywhere in that world, but that won't stop me. I'm making a new world. I will find it inside of this world. Brand new world, looks pretty nice right off the bat. Ruined portal right there, pretty big. There's the seed. Locate Biome Deep Dark, and this time we have a hit. It's pretty close to world spawn too. I mean, 3,000 blocks away is 3,000 blocks, but it's here and it's relatively close, and oh my gosh. I mean, I guess we're underneath the mountain, but the Deep Dark biome, we're in it, like immediately. Oh, no way, no way. Okay, check this out. They've changed the Deep Dark. There is way more Skulk than ever before. Now, I realize it's dark. This because it's literally called the Deep Dark. Night vision. Look at this. This is such an improvement. Oh, this feels like a completely different area or something like this. This is good. This is good. This is the appropriate amount of Skulk. This is really, really nice looking. Now, check this out. In Spectator, we move over here. It's covered. It's like literally coated everywhere. The Geode, the poor Geode. They've massacred the Geode. King V-Dogs, come on. What are you doing? Wow. This place is covered in Skulk. This is more like it. This is the Deep Dark biome that we've always needed. There is only one thing that could make this occasion any better, though, and that would, of course, be an ancient city. Ancient city. It's not here. So that does it, basically. That's a lot of the snapshot. Now, if you want to know more about the Skulk stuff and check it out, maybe you've been avoiding snapshots or something like that, I'm going to direct you to my other video where I talked about this stuff, reacted to it a little bit more, card on screen, so check that out. But yeah, like I said, as far as I can tell, the mechanics are all pretty much the same. It's just all sweet. Now, technical changes and this audio change as well. 3D directional audio. I record with a headphone on. I wasn't able to tell a difference, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not looking at the right stuff. 3D directional audio. Technical changes. There's actually a lot here. One that you might have noticed if you use the F3 screen quite a bit and saw it when I popped it up a couple times, there's some new information inside of it. This one is potentially big. Excited to see data packs using this one. World presets, types, and flat world presets in Create World screen can now be controlled by data packs. We have some support for 3D biome blending. We have this crazy sounding thing right there, pack filters, and yeah, technical changes. I'll put the changelog down in the description as well. Minecraft 1.19, Snapshot 22 W11A, the first 1.19 snapshot. That does it. A salute, a big prize to you. You've made it all the way to the end of the video. Truly, I thank you. I appreciate it. If there's anything specific that you'd like to see a more detailed video on, definitely request that down in the comments if you haven't done that yet. Huge thank you to my patrons, Tanner B, Fateful Grimoire, and Austin V. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow with a fascinating Goat Horn change. Goodbye, everyone.